Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? Saw a great movie last night, and it's how we have the superhero movie. This is kind of like the violent superhero movie or the uncommon superhero movie that was like influenced by movies like shows like Watchmen and also the Kick-Ass movies. Now this is called Super with Rainn Wilson, and the one thing is I kept passing up on it because I thought it was the one with Michael Rappaport, which I've seen, which was awesome. But the Michael Rappaport one was called Special, and this was called Super. So it's easy to see why I could get them a little confused because I haven't seen Special in a while. And I never saw Super because I remember reading about it in People magazine with Rainn Wilson, an independent film, and he's the guy that Kevin Bacon's in this. A real sleazy guy, but with some of a sense of humor. But he was a bad guy. And apparently, Rainn Wilson had his wife, who was severely on drugs and alcohol. Trouble going into kind of remission, and then she meets up with a sleazy nightclub owner played by Kevin Bacon. He has like a bunch of bad guys with him, including Michael Rooker, and she she ends up leaving him for Kevin Bacon, and Kevin Bacon, you know, Rainn Wilson goes after him and said, you kidnapped my wife," and then Kevin Bacon ends up having the guys his uh, bad guys beat the shit out of him. And eventually, Rainn Wilson decides to be a superhero. And it goes through, I mean, it's really hard to describe. It's not like a typical movie. It's a very dark comedy, but with sad parts, with dramatic parts, with violent parts, and with funny parts. And he becomes this character named the Crimson Bolt. And he tries to do something, and he gets, I think, something happens. They pull a gun out, and he runs away, and then he decides to get a weapon. And basically, he gets a wrench that's red. He's all in red. He's the Crimson Bolt, and he'll see like a bad guy stealing or something like that, and he'll knock him down, hit him in the head with a wrench. He'll hit him constantly like 8 or 9 times in the face with a wrench, and he goes, "Don't steal," like that, and he runs away. And he meets up with another girl who's a fan at the comic book store, played by Ellen Page, and she becomes Bolty, his like child sidekick. Not child side, well, like her Robin to his Batman, and she's nuts. And she's the part where she hits this guy's in the legs and cripples the guy's and she starts swearing, and she has like these two claws like Wolverine, and they're stabbing people and all. It's really messed up, but a great movie. I don't want to give away too many spoilers. I don't want to give away any spoilers. I will say the one thing that really cracked me up was Rainn Wilson was looking for. He was sitting behind a dumpster and he couldn't find anything going on, any crime to fight. And then he was trying to look up, uh, ask some people where all the drugs are at, where all the drug dealings are at, because he lives close to the city. And they said, well, you have to look on the computer. And they found that the main place that sells and has so much drug activity is a place called Euclid Street. And the thing that cracks me up is Euclid Street is where I work at. I mean, because I work at Euclid Street in Albion. It's funny and shit. That certainly explains that asshole owner that I have, his stupid behavior, you know? Wow. But I really enjoyed Super. And not to be confused with Special, and they're both great movies, but you can easily see how the two can be confused. And Special was made in, I thought it was made later, but it was made in 2006 before Watchmen came about. And it was like a superhero type movie with Michael Rappaport. I'm a big fan of. That's a 10 out of 10 too. Brilliant film. And then Super with Rainn Wilson and Kevin Bacon stuff, that gets a 10 out of 10 too. I saw it on IFC, and like I said, I was looking through IFC's movie. I saw Super. I just assumed it was the Michael Rappaport movie for a while, and then I wanted to go ahead and look, and I said Rainn Wilson. I was like, what the hell's the Michael Rappaport movie called? I found it's called Special. It's too close, too similar. Anyways, there's my review of the movie Super, and also Special too. So, till next time, by 10 out of 10, two great movies. If you get a chance to see each one of them, definitely check them out. They're not that long. And Special is more drama than comedy, with some drama, but some comedy, mostly drama. And Super is a whole flux of different stuff. Some comedy, some serious, and it's a very unusual film. So until next time, please take care of my legion.